Some places surprise you. Taiwan astonishes you. Mist-covered mountains. Ancient tea villages clinging to hillsides. Marble gorges cut by turquoise rivers. Night markets alive with color. Remote coastlines shaped by the Pacific. And landscapes so diverse, it feels like several countries in one. This is Taiwan, and it may be Asia's most underrated wonder. Most travelers know Taiwan for food or cities, but beyond the skylines, there's a world of hidden beauty. Ancient villages, cloud forests, temple towns, wild coasts, and places that barely feel real. Places where time moves differently, where tradition breathes through every stone path, where nature commands reverence. If you love discovering extraordinary places, subscribe, and let's explore Taiwan. Taroko Gorge. Begin where Taiwan feels almost impossible. Taroko Gorge. Towering marble cliffs rise above emerald rivers. Suspension bridges hang over deep ravines. Mist drifts through mountain walls. It feels less like a national park and more like a lost world. The scale overwhelms you. Walls of white marble polished by millennia. Water so clear you can see every stone beneath. Trails carved into cliffsides. Tunnels bored through solid rock. Each turn deeper into the gorge reveals something more impossible than before. And this is where many travelers realize Taiwan is not what they expected. It's far grander, far wilder. The kind of place that makes you question how somewhere this dramatic stayed so unknown. But the mountains hold something even more magical. Jiufen. Then come to Jiufen. And Taiwan changes. Lantern-lit alleys. Tea houses perched over misty hills. Stone stairways winding through old streets. At night, it feels almost mythical. Red lanterns glow against darkening skies. Steam rises from tea shops. Narrow passages twist upward. Every corner feels like stepping into another era. Old mining town turned mountain sanctuary, where gold rush history lingers in wooden facades, where tea masters still brew with ceremony. Some say Jiufen inspired fantasy worlds, and standing there in lantern light, you understand why. The atmosphere wraps around you, part nostalgia, part mystery, entirely unforgettable. But Taiwan's wonders aren't only in the mountains. East Coast and Kingshui Cliffs drive the eastern coast, and suddenly Taiwan becomes ocean drama. Cliffs plunge into impossible blue water. Roads hug mountains above the Pacific. Fishing villages appear like secrets. Every turn feels cinematic. The highway itself becomes the experience, carved into mountainsides, suspended between peak and sea. One side, vertical rock faces. Other side, nothing but drop and ocean. And sometimes, the coastline feels untouched, as though you found it by accident. Wild beaches accessible only by footpath, temples built into cliffsides, hot springs bubbling beside crashing waves, indigenous villages maintaining centuries-old traditions. This eastern shore holds Taiwan's rawest beauty, where the island meets the Pacific without compromise, where typhoons sculpt stone into art, where every viewpoint demands you stop, breathe, remember why you travel. Quick question. Would you rather explore Jiufen's lantern streets or drive Taiwan's wild eastern coast? Tell me in the comments. But Taiwan hides an even quieter wonder. Alishan. Then there's Alishan. Ancient cedar forests. Sea of clouds at sunrise. Old mountain railways winding through mist. Tea fields layered over hills. This isn't the Taiwan most people imagine. It feels almost spiritual. The train climbs through elevation zones. Tropical lowlands give way to temperate forests. Then high-altitude wilderness. Trees thousands of years old stand silent, their trunks wider than cars. Their branches disappearing into cloud. Dawn here is ceremony. Travelers gather in darkness, wait in mountain cold. Then watch as sunrise ignites the cloud sea. Golden light spilling over endless white. Peaks emerging like islands. And some travelers say sunrise here is among the most beautiful in Asia. But it's not just the vista, it's the stillness. The way altitude sharpens everything. How the air tastes different. The ritual of waiting, of witnessing. Tea plantations cascade down slopes. Hand-picked leaves become legendary oolongs. Villages here have perfected tea culture. Centuries of knowledge in every cup. But one place may be Taiwan's greatest surprise. Rural Taiwan and mountain villages. Leave the famous spots, and another Taiwan appears. Rice terraces, hidden villages, temples tucked into mountains, roads vanishing into cloud forests. Quiet, timeless, unexpected. This is the Taiwan guidebooks rarely mention, where farmers still work terraces by hand, where temples hold festivals unchanged for generations, where children play in rivers after school. Bamboo forests whisper in afternoon wind. Homestays run by families who remember different times. Meals shared at kitchen tables. Stories told over homemade rice wine. These places don't perform for tourists. They simply exist. Beautifully. Authentically. Sometimes you'll find hot springs in jungle. Aboriginal communities sharing ancestral lands. Mountain roads leading to nowhere famous. Just somewhere real. This is often the Taiwan visitors remember most. Not the famous landmarks, but the moments between them. The grandmother selling fresh fruit, the temple ceremony you stumbled upon, the mountain view from a roadside stop, the kindness of strangers. And then there's Taipei after dark, Taipei and night markets. Back in the city, Taiwan transforms again. Lanterns, temple smoke, neon streets, night markets alive with energy. It feels electric. Taipei after sunset is its own universe. Markets sprawl for blocks. Stalls overflow with street food. Crowds surge but never overwhelm. The energy is infectious. Temples glow between skyscrapers. Incense drifts through modern districts. Traditional opera plays in parks. While clubs pulse in alleyways, the city refuses to choose between past and future. It embraces both completely. Ancient medicinal shops beside tech stores, century-old tea houses near contemporary galleries, and somehow ancient and modern all at once. Very few places balance both so well. The MRT whisks you from historic districts to ultra-modern towers, from traditional markets to designer boutiques. Yet it all feels coherent, intentional. Taipei isn't trying to be anything. It simply is, completely itself, unapologetically layered. So what makes Taiwan unforgettable? Maybe it's the contrasts. Wild gorges, lantern villages, Pacific cliffs, cloud forests, ancient temples, modern cities. But maybe it's something deeper. The way Taiwan reveals itself slowly. How each region feels distinct. How mountains and ocean coexist within hours. How tradition thrives alongside innovation. Taiwan doesn't reveal itself all at once. It unfolds, layer by layer, experience by experience. The marble depths of Taroko teaching you scale. Jiufen teaching you atmosphere. The East Coast teaching you raw beauty. Alishan teaching you patience. Rural villages teaching you connection. Taipei teaching you harmony in chaos. Each place a different lesson. Each landscape a different mood. And maybe that's what makes it linger. Not just as a destination, but as a discovery. Something you carry with you, long after you've left. Taiwan stays. In memories of lantern light. In tastes you can't find elsewhere. In moments of unexpected wonder. In the kindness of faces you'll never forget. It becomes part of your travel story. The place that changed what you thought possible. On an island this small. If you enjoyed this journey through Taiwan, subscribe for more hidden wonders around the world. And tell me, what part of Taiwan would you want to see first? The impossible gorges? The lantern villages? The wild coastline? The cloud forests? Or the moments in between? Because in Taiwan, sometimes the in-between is where magic lives.